it.
Right, because all words are Greek.
Yeah, exactly. My Big Fat Greek Wedding. 2.
Opa!
Dude, happy My Big Fat Greek Wedding 2 episode.
That's right,
dude.
baby.
We've been talking about doing a movie review episode since the first episode.
Since before we even decided to do a podcast.
Yeah, yeah. And I was trying to think today. We've done it. We've talked about some pretty great movies.
That's right.
But somehow we settled on our first one being My Big Fat Greek Wedding 2, which, listen, I want to savor it, and I bet you the root of that word is Greek. I guarantee.
Ooh, can we look that up?
Look up the root word of savor.
Savor.
So we're gonna get to My Big Fat Greek Wedding.
Savor.
Just hold your horses.
Just hold your horses like the Greek
like
do.
the Greeks hold the held the horses.
It's definitely a Greek thing.
Because I wanna make sure. Okay, origin Latin.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Sabor.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure you can.
Oh, no, right. Because
it goes way back to Greek.
Latin was derived from the Greek language.
That's right.
Now,
Alexander
I don't know if
the
that's
Great,
true, but I do know they say that in My Big Fat Greek Wedding.
But Alexander the Great
Right.
came through and conquered everybody.
Yeah, exactly. He's the man at like 25 years old, too.
I know that Rome owned Tarshish.
I do know
in
that
Spain.
Rome wasn't built in a day.
That's true.
I do know that.
That's a fact.
Listen, if there's any factual thing we've ever said in this podcast, is that Rome was not built in a day.
It's true.
That's 100% true.
Truer words have never been spoken.
Dude. Listen, I'm a history buff, but only in cliches.
Right.
I only speak in cliches.
All right, well, give me another one.
Short guys have a Napoleon complex.
Okay.
Because Napoleon was short.
I like it.
Yeah. So that's another one that I've been sitting on for a while.
All roads lead to Rome.
All roads lead to Rome.
Yeah.
I'll work on that one. Because I'm not familiar with that one.
Right.
It didn't roll off the tongue as good as I wanted it to.
You really got to memorize it.
Yeah, for sure.
First.
You got to, well, no, here's the thing. If you're going to speak in popular phrases, you should probably learn the phrase. Yeah, you should probably
I do the opposite.
Right.
I just wing it.
Just go for it.
Just go for it.
Well, we were talking earlier about cream and how you threw out the cream rises to the top.
Well known saying.
And then your wife corrected you and said, no, it's called cream of the crop. And we're like, no, that's one too.
Yeah, that's a separate
thing. There's many cream phrases out there.
Right.
And one of them is the cream rises to the top. Now, you were very confident in that. And it paid off.
Right. Because I know that one.
Yeah.
But I'm also very confident in ones I don't know.
I was going to say, you got to just commit to it.
You got to sell it.
And here's the thing about a popular phrase. If you're a single word off, you're an idiot. You sound like an idiot. You know what I mean? Like, I've done that before too. You know which one I say all the time is the phrase, I couldn't care less.
Yeah.
Right. But I constantly say, I could care less.
Yeah.
Which totally is the opposite meaning. I go, I could care less. And they're like, oh, so you kind of care about this situation.
Yeah, because you have some caring.
Yeah, you could care less.
I think that's a threat. I think they're two different sayings.
Yeah, no,
I could care less is a different saying, but it's saying, hey, watch it, buddy, because I could care less. I could care less about this topic.
I'm saying that to my kids. I could care less and just leave you in the car on a hot day. But that's right. I don't use it properly.
You could say that.
I could say that, but I don't. I say it improperly every time. And the problem is, I tend to say it when Anna and I are arguing something or like we don't agree on something. I'm like, I could care less. And she's like, well, good. I'm glad you care about it.
I'm
like,
good you have some care.
And I get mad as she like said, yeah. I don't know. I can't speak right now.
That's all right.
Yeah.
It's okay to not be able to speak because words are hard.
Listen, words can be hard.
Yeah.
They can be tough. And words put together, which is commonly known as a sentence, can be very hard. But when it's a cliche sentence, that's when it gets tough.
Because you gotta hit the mark.
That's what I'm saying. I guess that's where we're getting to is yes, say it in confidence. Because there's nothing worse than saying a cliche correctly but sounding unsure of it. That completely just scrub it away.
Because here's the thing, and I know this from experience. I've lived this. Mm-hmm. When you botch a saying, right? But you say it with complete confidence.
Yeah.
But also you leave a little hint of like, yeah, I know.
Oh, yeah.
I know.
For sure.
I know what I did there.
Oh, yeah.
I know what I did there. I know I didn't know exactly what I was saying. Yeah. I know that what I'm saying, I have no idea what I'm talking about.
No, totally.
When you land that beat,
yeah.
It's funny.
Now, I do the opposite where I double down when I'm incorrect. And I'll go like, no, but I'm saying it the original way.
Yeah.
I'm
So
translating it from the Latin origin.
Right.
And it might sound different in English, but this is what the original sayer of this sentence meant.
Right, because all words are Greek.
Exactly. My big fat Greek wedding. Too. So a couple of things I want to talk about before we get into it is this. There's sometimes when the magic hits like that,
Yeah.
I can't help but just giggle.
Yeah,
dude.
it just makes
It's
me
perfect. Today I
call
watched,
it the fizz. Gets me the fizz.
Ooh, that's a cliche. That could be a feature cliche.
Gives me the fizz.
Yeah.
Does anything ever give you the fizz?
Oh, so much.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like
Just makes you
Diet
happy.
Coke
Yes.
gets me the fizz.
Not
dude.
Diet Coke, but Dr. Pepper. Like an ice cold Dr. Pepper.
I'll drink a Dr. Pepper.
Just like,
But I'm in my 30s now.
And
How old are you?
29.
Right.
Almost my 30s.
Your 30th birthday, at your 30th birthday dinner or whatever, you're going to drink Diet Coke. It's something about when you hit, dude, I'm telling you.
I doubt it.
There's something about, I denied it, but when I hit 30, dude, when I hit 30,
Oh, it ain't happening.
I was like, oh, Diet Coke tastes amazing.
Just something sweet.
And everything else is too sweet.
I will say this. I used to live with my grandmother.
Yeah.
Right? And she was like
Old.
in her 60s when I was living with her.
Yeah, so super old.
And she has the big bottles
Yeah.
of diet, caffeine-free Coke.
So you're just grabbing the worst version, by the way.
the gold version.
Right. Worst.
That was her version. Right.
Silver
That's
all
the
day.
only soda she would allow in the house.
Right.
Everything else was like, no.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah,
You can't
yeah.
have that because of
Right.
diabetes.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, of course.
So as a kid, I'm just like dying for something sugary to something
Yeah.
sweet to drink.
Yeah.
Take a sip.
Right.
On a hot summer day.
Right.
Disgusting.
Yeah.
But the third sip, kind of hits different.
Oh, dude.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, wait till you're like doing it for a year or two. That's all you're going to want.
Yeah, that's what it is. You got to replace the palate.
But here's the thing is, got to have caffeine. Caffeine free does not hit the same. So you want to go silver, and you never drink it from a bottle. Ever drink it from a bottle.
Okay.
Can only.
Only can.
Only can. There's something, it's a completely different drink
I agree.
in a can. So
To me, there's nothing like a hot summer day. You take a hot shower
Yeah.
with an ice cold can of Dr. Pepper in the shower. Just drink it.
Oh,
up.
in the shower. Interesting. Yeah.
That's called living life.
Yeah. Well, that's
called-
living a life.
Living to the fullest.
That's some would say living to the max.
There you go. That's what it is.
No, but one thing that gave me the fizz today was I watched Steve-O's podcast,
Oh, yes.
Steve-O's Wild Ride. It's an older episode, but I couldn't not watch it. He had Aaron Carter on the
Okay.
show. Now, I've watched every Aaron Carter interview.
And who's Aaron Carter?
Aaron Carter, remember we talked about him before. His brother was in the Backstreet Boys.
Candy.
Yes. Okay. So obviously we showed you a picture of a month ago.
I'm starting to remember people.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You're getting better. The podcast is helping with that for
Yeah.
sure.
It really
Oh yeah.
is.
But he went a little crazy. Okay. Seems to not have gotten much better, but this interview is great because he's constantly lying. And so
Nice.
he's contradicting himself the whole episode.
Yeah.
And Steve-O is being nice, but also like kind of calling him out, but not really. Like he's walking that fine line of like, I'm not going to offend you for the sake of offending you or do like a gotcha, but also we're not going to let everything slide. And some things he's kind of saying to the audience and he knows that Aaron's not going to understand it, but he's kind of like, did you catch that? What he just said?
Right,
It doesn't
yeah.
make sense. Anyways, I recommend everybody
Nice.
watch that.
Okay, I'll
It was
watch
a
that.
Great interview.
I love Steve-O. I watched a few of his podcasts.
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah, he does a good
I
job.
only watched the clips, and what problem is I would end up watching so many clips of an episode where I basically just watched the episode out of order.
Right.
And I was like, I'm gonna start actually checking them out, and I was like, let me start off hot with Aaron Carter, and it was worth it, dude.
Nice.
It's so his concept's so dope. He just drives his van around the country and
talks to people.
Yeah, and he built a podcast studio in
Yeah.
a van, which
Yeah.
is so sick.
I love it.
We could do that. We could do it in the back of my Super 73. We could ride around,
Wow.
dude. That'd be sick.
That'd be dope.
You know, by the way, you came in and saw me earlier, but I built a whole new crate rack on the back of my Super.
Yeah, I saw it.
Because they're stupid expensive. Like the ones that they sell, the cheapest one's like $200
For the-
And then they
for the
go
rack.
Up, yeah. It doesn't even include like the crate or the system to connect the crate. It's just for the rack itself. Then there's a couple people on like Etsy that make it, and they're charging like $100, and it's like way crappier. So I just like scrapped around, got some It was like a TV mount and some random scrap metal and a bunch of nuts and bolts I found, and I built a pretty heavy duty crate rack.
That's what a man's got to do, you know?
Oh yeah.
Man's just got to customize everything.
Yeah,
That's the
it
rule.
cost me $0.
Love it.
Because it was all scrap. I mean, in the past, it must have cost me money, but it was scrap I had laying around.
Yeah, you accumulated it.
And then I just hit it with a little black spray paint to just
go.
blend it in, and now it looks sick. So now I'm working on a couple different ways. I'm trying to make not the rack detachable, but the crate detachable. So I got a couple different ideas of like, I want to make it as simple as possible. So I got a couple different like methods I'm working on to do that. Maybe a clip system.
Sure.
Maybe with just a one bungee for safety to kind of get it in there. Because if I do zip ties, then you got to cut them every time.
No, I think bungees are ratchet strap.
Yep, I thought about that too.
Ratchet straps are great.
And I actually found a little tiny one that's rated for the amount of weight I would ever need in there, so it doesn't have that big bulky thing. So I can just get a little tiny ratchet strap in there. So
they also have nylon straps that they just have a friction fit.
Yeah.
So instead of a ratchet, you just pull it real tight and then it grabs into it.
No, totally.
Those are great.
You know those tool belts you have, the tough built tool belts. I've looked at some of those systems too. I've seen people use something similar to that to click it in.
Yeah.
It's not the exact one I'd want, but it got me inspired to look up little ones, and they have really super tiny flat plates you can buy from a different brand that slide in. So I got a couple.
I'm sure there's hardware you can find that does that. And that's what you're saying, right?
Yeah,
you're looking up
exactly.
like some type of hardware system that clips into itself.
Well, what a lot of people do is they get these systems and it's all like a wall mount or whatever, and then what they'll do is they'll put them on like the back of like their gun holsters or something like that, so they can slide it into the wall. And they're basically two super flat plates. Like I'm talking about like like a millimeter thick, and then they lock into each other. So that way you're not working with something that's like a couple inches.
Yeah, I love that.
Then you're raising everything up higher. So anyways, I got a couple things like that, but it's coming in hot, and I'm going to probably post it on like Reddit, because I went on Reddit and only like 2 guys posted their crate racks.
Nice.
And they were straight garbage.
Dude,
like
you could be like the king of crate racks.
Dude, that's what I'm saying.
Super 73s.
Yeah, maybe I could like source out the parts.
Bro, you know what? You should just be like, turn your Instagram page.
Yeah.
Have like a sub culture.
Yeah.
Of just like pimping out your 73.
I follow a few, and it's addicting. The problem is, that's the thing is, I think what I do is I set a price limit. So each mod has to be under $100 or whatever it is. Like that's my
dude.
Niche, otherwise it'd be too expensive.
You can make it a thing about like just getting like going to like dumpsters, getting like scraps and stuff.
Eventually, I just like have like a rat cage on the back, and like just full of rats.
Yeah, you got spikes in the windows.
Yeah. I'm like, oh, this is where I put the good food I found in the trash. I put it in this pocket. They're like, dude, you're just making a homeless bike, dude. I'm like, no,
dude, a homeless bike, dude.
Well, yeah, because if it rains, I can do a whole cardboard like housing system.
Love it.
Like a dog house, basically designed on top of the bike. That would be sick.
It's all electric.
Oh yeah.
You find yourself, you get yourself some solar cells.
Ooh.
Get off grid.
Now is that under 100? Because I got to keep it.
No, you got to scrap it.
Now I do have, which I'm going to do a whole Nick's picks on this in the future. But I do have a battery charger for like USB devices, whatever, and it has a little micro solar panel on the top. That might be all I need, dude.
Will that be able to charge your battery?
In the sun. It would probably take a very long time.
Nice.
It'd probably take a very long. It takes a long time with the charger it came with.
Well, with all the time you're gonna be spending in the dumpster.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's all straight sun, baby. Well, I'll have to move to the West Coast or at least the Southwest.
Sure.
That would.
Dude, today was super sunny.
Oh yeah,
here in Wisconsin. It was like 90 degrees.
Yeah, dude, it was sick. I did go outside. I was here in the studio all day, but I did go outside, roll up them sleeves. Yeah. I sat in a chair and I just hung out.
I got a tan today just from existing.
Yeah.
Like I got darker.
Yeah. Well, the other day I was outside. It was like 56 degrees. I didn't put no sunscreen on. And I'm out there with my kids, and they're half Mexican, so I didn't think about putting sunscreen on them. They're fine. But I also forgot to put it on me. And so I was wearing a V-neck, so my whole chest is just like burnt. And then those little girls just got like a little tan. That was it.
I got sunburned once on my nose a little bit.
Ooh, that's a tough one.
Yeah.
One time I was in Florida, and it was on purpose. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna burn. But luckily for me, I'm the type of white guy that I will burn, but then within like 3 or 4 days, it's a tan.
Nice.
I don't just get burned and then it peels and I'm back to square one, right?
Yep.
And so I was in Florida, it was like years ago, and I was like, I know I'm gonna burn, but it is what it is. And we're at the beach, not a single cloud. So we're in the beach in Florida, and I got like little tiny booty shorts on, And I
Nice.
hiked them up even higher.
Just to get those upper thighs.
Yeah, and I covered my
sun.
face. I covered my face because I'm like, I don't want to get sunburned on my face. This is like day 2 of the vacation.
Right.
But I got the worst sunburn on my legs I've ever
Wow.
experienced in my life. They were purple before I left the beach. So you know it's
Wow.
just going to get worse.
Yeah.
Dude, the shower that night was like excruciating because it don't matter at that point. If the water is hot, it burns. If the water is cold, it burns. And if it's lukewarm, you get like a second or two of like, I got to get clean and I got to get out. And I tried like aloe vera. I tried all these different like chemicals. The problem is the aloe vera I used was a gel, not a cream. And so it made it so much worse the next day. Like I was just on fire for the entire vacation. But I got, dude, that was, I'm not gonna lie, that was 2015, 2016. I still have a permanent tan from that, dude.
Nice.
Like,
Hey, that's what you gotta do.
The line has never left, dude. It's crazy.
Dude, that's funny.
Yeah, so every like once or twice a decade, just burn yourself.
Just burn.
I recommend it to all the white people. Burn yourself.
Once a decade.
It'll be fine.
all
As
you
long
need.
as you can tan. I know people who burn so fast,
But they
and
don't
then
tan?
They don't, and that's miserable. That's
Wow.
like pointless.
Yeah.
At least when I burn, I go like, there'll be some satisfaction.
I know some white guys who do construction and they're out in the sun all day.
Right.
And they look super tan.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah,
but as soon as
yeah,
they take
yeah.
their shirt off, it's just like completely
Right.
like
That's
white.
what-
Or if
that's
you
what
see
they
a
call
little
it.
bit of their upper thigh, it's
Right.
like as white as possible and then like super tan.
That's how I am with my thighs for sure. Like mid thigh up, it's super white. I plan on getting shredded this summer for sure, and I plan on getting as tan as culturally acceptable.
Yeah.
Which I'm not sure what that line is yet.
Yeah.
And literally, it might be like a line where they go like, that's too white, that's too dark. Like,
I would just push the edge. Just see how far you can go.
yeah.
Just become a raisin, man.
Now, if let's say I tan, let's say my arms get super tan, but my chest isn't. Am I allowed to put on a tanner just to even it out? Or
I think that's fair.
okay, cool. So we're not dancing on any.
No, I say you are
Right.
allowed to put on a tanner.
Okay, cool. Now, if I don't tan, am I still allowed to put on a tanner on my face?
Just on your face.
If I just did it on my face, am I allowed to do that?
You ever see girls who like walk around where they clearly just tan their face?
Oh yeah. Well, a lot of times it's just like a tanner, a self tanner.
Yeah, or like their foundation is a lot darker.
Right.
Like they don't know
Yeah.
how to match their foundation.
Okay, so if they're allowed to do it, am I allowed to make myself 4 to 5 shades darker on my
You're
face?
allowed to do whatever you
This
want
is
to do.
America.
This is
You're right.
America.
Yeah. But
But is it culturally acceptable?
right like this like for the amount of subscribers we have right now? Totally right?
fine.
They're down with it. They're
Yeah.
like cheering
They're
me
like,
on.
yes, do
But
it.
4 or 5 years from now, I'm running for office. I
Right,
start
yeah.
a business.
Right.
Or our podcast happens to just blow up and explode. Do I get canceled from
Immediately.
Yeah,
Immediately.
Yeah, but
There's
I'm like,
a certain
but
number.
I'm like, but my brother said it was fine. Like,
They're like, no,
that doesn't
burn
count.
him,
Yeah.
burn him.
Yeah, and now like that's what I was trying to avoid. I didn't want to get sunburnt. I was just trying
too
to.
late.
Yeah, that's true.
It's too late. You already.
Or culture turns completely around.
It's too late.
and I'm
You're-
a hero.
That's true.
They're like, dude, he was doing that back in 2022.
Yeah.
he's our king.
Well, I'm saying it's too late because your upper thighs are already too tan, and the rest of your body is too white.
Right now, by two
So
tan,
therefore-
by two tan, it is about a shade or two darker.
First of all-
than my like booty cheeks.
Let's say this: too tan is
Yeah.
a great name.
Oh, yeah.
Too tan?
Oh, that'd be.
That's a great name.
Yeah, dude, that should be your like stage name.
Yeah,
dude.
Too Tan.
Too tan, dude. And like,
Yeah.
and like, listen,
I like it.
you're gonna have a lot of fans who are like, he is too tan.
He is too
tan.
Or
I wish
too
he'd-
tan.
I wish he'd tone
This
it
is
down.
too tan right here. Okay, this is
Yeah.
my driving arm.
Yeah.
Right. Look at my driving arm.
Yeah,
Then look at this.
yeah. That's
Two different shades.
two tone.
Two tone. Oh, two tone.
Two tone.
See, I thought two tan is like I'm two different types of tan.
Right.
Or am
Weird.
I? Is it just that he's way far tan?
That's what I was taking
Right.
it. That's what I thought you meant. Like, you need to scale the whole thing back a little bit.
I think it's a double-edged sword.
Just go straight white face.
There he is.
Well, you're already going white shoulder, so
Yeah.
yeah,
That's right.
which I don't know how I feel about
You
that.
should
but-
see my buttocks.
Oh, dude.
Actually,
Hey, go ahead, show. Show me. And I've seen it quite a few times. Well, I've seen the top half millions of times.
actually, I think my butt's pretty tan. Is it tan?
That'd be so funny if you're like tan all over, but your shoulders.
But my shoulders.
Yeah. Like you got shoulder pads.
Yeah. It's like my upper thighs are my lightest part because they never see sun.
Yeah. But the butt is out.
The butt. Dude, yeah, my butt
out
crack.
and about.
The amount of butt crack that I've shown to people is outstanding.
Yeah, right. Your tan line is not at your waist. It's about halfway.
Yeah, a little bit down, mid butt. About mid butt.
It makes a perfect plus sign.
Yeah.
It's
like today,
one line down the middle, one line horizontally.
Exactly. I do a lot of actually bending down, getting under the truck, checking underneath, and you'll be surprised how tan you can get from your butt crack.
Oh yeah, no, dude, for sure.
You'll be surprised.
Yeah, no, yeah. I want to be surprised.
Yeah.
So I mean, not right now, not on the show. I'm just saying in general.
So I got a would you rather.
Oh, something new.
Yeah. Something new to the show.
No, I love him.
Okay. Would you rather bathe for the rest of your life in Windex or Fabuloso?
I'm a Windex guy for sure, dude. I use Windex we'll talk about it, but I use Windex for everything. I really do, dude. I really do, dude. I really do use Windex for everything.
You need some Windex, bro?
Always.
I got you, bro.
Always. I actually have like this like chemical free thing we use now, but I just miss the smell of Windex constantly.
Here you go.
Oh yeah,
you know what?
You get a huge whiff of that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, dude. That's what I'm saying. Dude.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah, dude. It's
like chemical.
Oh yeah.
Compared to Fabuloso.
For sure. And I don't feel weird saying it.
Yeah.
That's the other thing. Like if I center around this. If I'm at a Target, which I'm gonna be at a Target, I don't go to Walmart.
Yeah.
But if I'm at a Target and I need to ask for a product, I go, okay, would I feel comfortable asking for that product? Do I feel comfortable asking for, excuse me, where's your Windex? Fine. But I'm like, excuse me, where's your Fabuloso? Like, I feel so uncomfortable.
You got to say it with an accent? You got to.
Yeah, of course.
You got to.
Of course. So
where's your
but every product is based
Fabuloso?
on that. Yeah. Every product is based on that. Would I be comfortable asking where this product is?
You ever use Awesome?
Yeah.
Awesome's awesome.
Dude, Awesome. Well, the thing about Awesome was I didn't know you're supposed to dilute it at first.
Oh, yeah. I never do, though.
And, dude, that stuff that'll burn your skin.
Yeah.
That'll burn your skin, dude.
Now, cleaning
that. You gotta wear gloves.
Cleaning that for a week, you won't
yeah.
have any hair in your chest.
Nah. Oh, no.
Windex puts hair in your chest.
Yeah.
Awesome strips that hair.
Which maybe that's what you're looking for.
Yeah.
But
I want to be tan and hairless.
Yeah.
Bathe in Awesome.
Yeah, I would go, but to answer your question, Windex.
Yeah.
Okay. Sure. And it's blue.
Yeah.
Like, the thing about Windex is, I'll tell you this, talking about summer days, you ever just look at a bottle of Windex and go like,
that's refreshing.
That looks delicious. Dude.
I was thinking
like, you know it's not going to be. Like, it's going to be terrible. But
look at that.
Delicious.
Honestly, you know what I was going to do?
Yeah.
I was going to get a bottle of Windex.
Yeah.
And fill it with, like, blue Gatorade.
Yeah, dude.
Or
just drink it
like Kool-Aid and just sip it on the whole time. That would have been funny. Man.
It would have been really tough to get the taste out of it, though.
Like, it would have tasted like
you would have tasted it, just not as much.
Yeah.
Like, you wouldn't have got, like,
there's no way
drunk off the alcohol in there, but
there's no way you can get the flavor out of it.
Never. It would have been easier to just take a blow dryer, get the sticker off, and put it on like a gallon of something.
Just print your own sticker.
It would have been easier, but you would have saved your life at least.
Yeah,
for sure.
I'm here for it though.
Oh no, I'm saying go for it.
Put my life on the
No, I don't mind. Dude, I got a couple vids I want to show you.
Okay.
So this is a vid heavy episode. Okay?
If anybody knows me, I love vids.
Yeah, and by vids we mean videos. I don't know if I got to make that clear, but so you know our boy Corey Feldman, right? Now, Corey Feldman was the guy from the Goonies, the kid. Remember we listened to his music a while ago?
Yes. Okay.
He's the comeback king. So now, when I discovered that video, and I did discover that video.
You discovered Corey.
I was like, oh, Corey Feldman does music. I'm like, I'm early on something. Boy, was I wrong. Because this video went super viral in 2016. This is him on like a morning show.
Okay.
So let's play it real quick, okay? Just be ready. The audio can come up and down. We can keep the audio down for right now. He's promoting his new song, which I already forget what the title was. And you can fast forward a little bit. Now, those are his angels in the background.
Love it. Like Charlie's Angels.
They're Corey's angels.
Corey's angels.
Now, one thing he does describe is that stop it right there. So he does describe, here, pause the video. So he does describe the fact that Corey's angels is a thing he does to help girls in need. It's not just to parade them around in angel costumes.
But he does call them Corey's Angels.
He does call them Corey Angels, and he
Wow.
makes them perform and dance and sing and all that stuff.
Okay.
But they're for girls that are having tough times in life.
All right.
And he started and this is what he said. His exact words in this little interview was, he said, angels, his whole life have saved him. So now it's his turn to save some angels.
All right, I like it.
So now this is a great quote. We won't be able to line it up perfectly, so I'll just say it to you. The guy's setting it up, right? The host. He's like, he's pumped. Not really, but he's like, he's pretending to be pumped, right?
Yeah, he's doing what he's got to do.
He's doing what he's got to do. And he goes, and we cannot wait to see some Michael Jackson moves. Okay?
Ooh.
And then Corey Feldman goes, no, there won't be any. He goes, I don't do Michael Jackson moves. He said, but this is the best part. He goes, we have similar dance moves because we came up dancing together. Now, Corey Feldman was friends when Corey Feldman was 13 years old. Michael Jackson was like clearly like in his late 20s, early 30s. But they came up dancing together.
They came up dancing together.
So these are not Michael Jackson moves.
That's confidence.
100%.
To compare yourself
yeah.
as an alumni? Alumni?
Alumni.
See, words are hard.
Aluminum.
Alumni to Michael Jackson.
He said he was implying we made up these moves together, so they're not, don't call them Michael Jackson moves.
Yeah.
They're also Feldman moves.
That's what he's saying.
That's what he's saying. That's not what he said. That's what he's saying. Okay.
He's implying that.
Oh, yeah. A lot of the dancing happens in the beginning and towards the end. So let's play it, and we can kind of fast forward a little bit to like the actual start of the dance because they do have a lot of talk in the beginning. Okay. So, Andy, by the way, he said that it's all about good and evil. Actually, pause it right there. Now, can everybody see this?
That's a great.
Can everybody see this? Okay. So that's his album cover, which is clearly made by me at 14 years old on my first laptop, okay? When I was designing for all my friends, that's the design I would make. And the whole album was about good versus evil,
I'm not gonna lie,
heaven and hell.
I feel like I've seen this album, this exact design, over and over again in some churches.
Oh, yeah,
I'm just saying, like, some people coming through,
that's the banner
bringing
when
their
you
CD,
leave.
bringing their album.
Yeah.
Or bringing, like, their pamphlet.
Oh, yeah, for sure, dude.
That's the same exact design I've seen over and over again. The same font.
Yeah.
The same font.
The guy's 47 and he's still doing hip-hop, and that's his album cover, right? But this is Corey Feldman, who is probably 47, kind of doing hip-hop. So let's play it, and let's just watch some of these sick moves.
Yes.
Okay, here we are, dude.
Look at that. Get it.
He's fluttering around like an angel.
Yes.
Oh. Sick. Now, if you're just listening, you need to watch this on YouTube.
Get it. All she gonna do is twerk. Hit the club. Tell him.
Yeah, dude.
This is like when your parents are like, "Hey, do your dances in front of our friends.
Do that thing.
Yeah, do that thing you do
For grandma.
That's a great meme for this guy. Can you back it up just slightly to that little shuffle? Because the thing is, he's trying to hit it so hard. Right?
Yeah. There it is.
Yeah, dude.
He's stuck in a box, I think.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Get it. It's so hard, but it's not hard enough.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't think there's a lot of singing here, but go to where the rapper comes out. Yes, he has a guest rapper.
Dude, he's collabing over here.
Oh yeah, dude.
He's
You know
collaborative.
It's gonna
he's
be
humble. He's
towards
on
the
fire.
end. He's got the hood on. Oh, by the way, he's supposed to represent evil, and obviously the angels represent good.
That makes sense.
Okay, just play it there, right here. This guy's hiding behind the set.
Oh, he
pops
goes out.
Yeah, blue pants, white vest, of course.
Dude, this is church.
Oh yeah.
This dude's coming through.
Oh yeah. Look at it right here. He said, "Watch Feldman twerk," and then Corey Feldman proceeds to twerk on stage. Oh, hand moves. Boom.
Getting it.
But these are not Mike. I'm not trying to do Michael Jackson.
He's not doing Michael Jackson.
I'm doing my own thing. I don't know what to do. Let me do. There it is.
He's gonna hide again.
I do not have
he's
Michael
not hiding.
Jackson's hair. Yeah, dude. This is sick.
Dude, I love it, man.
Now, the rapper thought the song was supposed to end there, and it didn't end there, clearly. Boom. You gotta hit the crotch. Boom.
Crossed legs.
Dude.
He's like trying to do Michael Jackson. Oh, clearly.
Dude, 100%.
100%, but he's not.
It's sad. I love Corey Feldman. I'm here for it.
But at the same
dude.
time, I mean, he dances just like I dance. I dance like that.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
And I'm here for it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The problem is he takes it very seriously.
That's what it is.
Which comes off as, I don't want to say cringy, but it comes off a little
that's what it
cringy.
is.
But Corey Feldman, I recommend everybody watch that. Either watch us watch it or just go watch it yourself. Don't read the comments. They're very mean. They're very mean.
Stay out of the comments. They're toxic.
And I didn't know this, but Corey Feldman got very depressed after this because he thought he murdered it. And then he went online the next day, and clearly the haters were hating.
Haters are going to hate, though.
I heard, I didn't actually see it in the clip, but I heard that he was like, I could do another song. And then they're like, sure. But like that song can't be found anywhere, which means they probably didn't air it.
Yeah.
They probably just let him pretend like, they just be like, turn the red light on the camera so he thinks it's live. And it clearly was not.
Gotcha.
So I just wanted to bring that up I wanted to bring it to brighten our day. It kind of got me a little sad. It got me slightly sad. Oh, but I got something that'll make us happy.
What's that?
I stumbled upon this video. You might have seen it because it's got like crazy views. But it's these goats that climb a giant dam.
Okay.
And
I love goat content.
They do it because at the top of the dam, so the dam was built with these minerals, right, in the rocks that has like super high salt content. But after all these years, it's like eroded away. But so the salt, but it's still at the very top. So they climb, I got it right here. They climb this giant dam to get to the top. So we don't need audio. Play it, and then you might want to jump forward a little bit. Dude, this made my belly tingle watching these goats climb.
Dude, goats are insane.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead and fast forward.
They're like mountain goats, right?
Yeah, I don't know what kind of goats they are. I don't even know where this country is. It's in a different country. Okay, so go a little bit more. Check, dude, watch. For one, their eyes are freaky.
They're insane.
And scary. Okay, so this is it right there. Okay, now watch this. Dude, it's just a straight sheer face. They do this drone shot it'll make you sweat. And this is they're getting on there. And that's a kid goat, by the way. It's following the mother to the top. Now, this is not supposed to be climbed. Look at, dude.
Goats are insane.
Dude, what are they climbing on?
Yeah.
Like I see it, but I don't believe it.
You know what's weird about goats is they don't look like they're built for that.
No.
But it's like they're designed
their
to
hooves
climb.
are so having so much dexterity. It's wild, dude.
It's like a 89% angle.
Oh, yeah.
And they're climbing it.
And what's crazy is they go back down towards the end. Now, okay, watch this. There's ghosts right there at the top of the screen.
Yeah.
That's a goat.
Yeah. Full on goat.
Way up on the I don't know how they do it. Look at this. That's the top of the dam there. Just licking the salt.
Dude,
away.
You know what? Go to the goat.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's where the term comes from.
Greatest of all time.
Oh.
Of climbing.
I just thought they were saying, I thought they were comparing athletes to goats.
No.
Because that makes sense. No, it all comes full circle.
Goats are the goat.
The term greatest of all time, or were they calling them goats? And they're like, we got to make that catchier.
They were
Look at this. He's just walking across. What are they, Spider-Man?
That's what it is.
Dude,
this is what it is.
He's climbing down.
Shepherds. Ancient days.
Yeah.
7,000 years ago.
Right.
They have a herd of goats. They're watching these animals climb a mountain.
Yeah.
Like that.
Right.
And they're like, wow, they're the greatest of all time.
Yeah.
They're the goat.
So maybe the term came first. Because it probably in a different language they're called something. He's running across. By the way, he's just running across.
Oh my gosh.
A wall, dude.
Just straight sprinting.
How is that possible? Dude,
that's
that video blew my mind. Me and my 3-year-old would watch that 100 times.
Just quietly watching it.
Yeah, and then
your minds are blowing.
She was like, when we were done watching it, she actually asked for more goat videos.
I love it.
And I was like, you ever watch Michael Jordan? The goat.
You ever watch like baby goats like jumping off each other and like just doing backflips?
By the way, kids. You could just say kids.
Okay,
that's what they're called. Yeah. Right. Did you know that's what they're called?
Yeah.
A baby goat is called a kid. Now, I guess for the listeners, that could be confusing if you just say, you ever watch videos of these kids just crawling around? But you meant baby goats. Yeah, no, dude, they're crazy. Will you ever watch like goat yoga?
No.
Go on YouTube, pull up goat yoga.
Whoa.
dude. Okay, it's what do you think goat yoga is?
This is what I think goat yoga is. I think it's a woman in her 30s doing yoga, and a goat is standing on top of her.
Here, just check out this as soon as this ads. We gotta get ad blockers, dude. If we're gonna pay for anything on this podcast, Yeah, I should get some ad block or YouTube Red or whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever it's called. Do they have YouTube Red still?
I think so. They have a
Premium?
option. They have a premium option.
YouTube Premium. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you said 30-year-old with goats climbing all over. Okay.
Yeah.
Here's goat yoga. Let's just see how accurate you were.
Okay. They look
Okay.
about 30.
You're getting close to the age group for sure.
Definitely.
Okay. Let's fast forward a little bit. Okay. Here we go.
Dude, goat yoga.
Goat yoga, dude. Okay. Okay. So far, they're just there for atmosphere.
Yeah. Goats are just chilling. It's like a cat bar.
Yeah. Oh.
Baby goats.
We got some goats.
That's a pretty cute goat.
Oh yeah, dude. I let that go.
Pretty cute kid.
Yeah, you're right. I wonder what age they just become a goat.
What age does a kid become a goat?
Keep fast forward and live. We need good content.
I want to see a goat standing on a person.
There you go. Oh, almost.
There you goat.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Sorry. I'm trying to
There you go. See that little goat?
There it is.
Dude. So I wish we could have queued up when you said that and then we just went to that
went to
clip
that?
because that's exactly what you described.
Just do
Yeah.
a post.
Oh, yeah.
No, it was good.
It'd be magic, dude. No, but yeah, so
I was right.
that you were right. Yeah, 'cause
I was gonna go like in a completely different area, but then I realized I was like,
go
no,
realistic.
There's more.
Go
There's
realistic.
more.
Yeah, I've seen much. Weirdly enough, goat yoga has been in my peripheral vision for 7-8 years now. I think the Kardashians did it. A bunch of people have done it.
That's what it is.
So I've heard about it forever, and I'm like, it sounds like it'd be kind of fun. Like have a goat on your back. Like do you ever have somebody like a little kid walking your back and
Yeah.
it feels kind of good? A goat, which is a kid goat on my back. That sounds awesome, but I feel like I'd be allergic.
It sounds like it smells.
It's gonna smell.
Yeah.
You're gonna be allergic. And then also one of those could be the Antichrist or the devil or whatever they
something
call
like
it.
that,
Because
yeah.
goats are pretty evil too.
Right.
Not kid goats.
Not kid goats.
They're pure.
They're cute.
They're pure. And not ones at petting zoos.
Right.
I'm sure
They're
they've had
cute
like
and cuddly too.
a priest pray over them or something like that.
They're kosher. A rabbi prays over them.
Oh.
That's what it is.
Can Jews eat goat meat? I think
yeah.
so. Yeah, it's probably predominantly
Yeah. I'm pretty sure.
predominantly what they eat.
I'm actually reading Leviticus, and I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure one of the sacrifices involves a goat.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Definitely like a ram, which is like a male sheep.
Yeah.
Goats probably, like you can
Aren't
easily
goats?
get that mixed up.
Aren't goats sheep?
No. I
They're
don't
not.
believe so. I believe there's sheep and then there's goats.
Yeah,
and
that
there's
makes
different types of goats and different types of sheep.
That makes sense because they say sheep, and then they call those goats.
right. Exactly.
different names.
Yep,
gives it
exactly.
away.
And I think goats have hair, sheep have wool.
Whoa, blowing my mind there.
Yeah, dude. Or
now,
maybe it's fur. Maybe it's fur.
here's the thing:
But they don't have wool.
Do sheep have milk?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I'm sure they do.
Why don't we drink sheep milk?
Probably tastes like sheep.
Hey,
He's here. He's in the building. He's in the building. No, by the way, I love goat cheese. It's top
Dude,
3
okay,
cheeses.
here's the thing. We've been watching My Big Fat Greek Wedding 2.
Oh yeah.
Okay?
You know it, baby.
And to get ready for the movie,
Yeah.
we got ourselves some euros. We
well,
went.
but-
We went to
Yeah,
we went to
appreciate it,
Oakland euros.
No.
It would have been good content for the show.
Okay,
to have
I
some
said
Greek
I
food.
voted against eating on the show for like a second week. You know,
Right.
By the way,
Maybe
this
take a
cup
break.
is an old cup.
Yeah, I kind of figured, but still,
I
it would have
cleaned
been.
it out and put
it would have been a good idea
more
to have,
soda.
like, even just a couple euros sitting around,
Dude, just some lamb meat.
And then as soon as we're done with the show, then we slam it.
No, what's funny is we watched the movie Sunday. Monday we got a chicken gyro.
Yeah.
And then Max called
That
me
doesn't
today.
count. Chicken euros doesn't count.
Yeah, but
Hold
then
on,
he called me
shut down.
today and
Yeah.
he said, I want it again, but I want lamb. So we got
Dude,
it 2 days
by
in
the
a row.
way, lamb is great,
Lamb is great.
but Anna's uncle makes goat,
Ooh,
and dude, it's so different.
really?
It's like, and
So
we'll-
I guess goats and sheep are different.
yeah, dude, it's funky. It's very gamey. It's darker, and like you got to cook it way more. And he would do a whole goat's head, so then he would break it apart. So then you got like connective tissue and all this like very professional, Max. But oh, by the way, I don't even know if I hit record on that. I think I did.
Yeah, I can see it.
So but anyways, it would be like connective tissue and like collagen and all that kind of, I don't know if that's the proper
The good
word, but
stuff.
yeah. Oh yeah. And making it tacos, and only a couple of us would eat it in the family. Most honest family would not eat it. I loved it. But what's weird is my dog Dexter was terrified when they would cook goat. So much so that we couldn't use the pan for like a year.
because you can smell it.
Yeah, and he would be terrified. And I was like, there's something up with Goats, dude.
Cooking goats.
Something's up with goats, dude.
Maybe we should
If my
eat
dog is afraid
Interesting.
of the smell of goat,
Interesting.
something's weird there. But it is very Greek to eat lamb. I love a good gyro, and I think that it is time
To get into
we get into my big fat Greek wedding too.
Two,
Now,
baby.
we can hold our like maybe official reviews for the end.
I'm just gonna come out the gate swinging, and I'm gonna say I loved it.
Okay.
Now I got a review
Yeah.
that I will go into deeper at the end.
I would. Okay, here's what I will say to start off the top. I will say that it was better than I expected. Not as good as it could be. That's where I'm gonna draw the line.
I strongly disagree.
Okay. Well, I don't know about you. I do
Strongly
have notes
disagree.
as I talked about last week.
I have some notes too.
Okay.
I took some notes. Not
So-
as many as you did.
Right. And honestly, a lot of these are gonna be quick things. They're just
Yeah.
more like my notes that I would send to the director.
Okay. I like that.
Now, and they're linear, so we can walk through the
so
movie.
yours are critiques.
They're critiques, they're opinions.
Ah,
There are
okay.
things I liked. There's things I would change. Things like that. Okay.
Okay, let's get into the opening.
Okay. So the first thing I wrote were opening credits has promise.
I like it.
because I thought they were very good opening credits. They're beautiful shots of Chicago. You got the theme songs back, and that puts you in the mood instantly.
Yes.
You're like, here we are, baby. They didn't abandon their roots.
Right.
And so,
In fact, I think they were setting us up to show to give us the expectation.
yeah, exactly.
Showing us like, guys, we're here. We
Oh,
know
yeah.
what we're doing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
This is
Yeah.
what I wrote.
Yeah.
Okay. I wrote opens up in Chicago.
good. So we're on the same page.
I love that.
Yeah. Classic.
You know, I'm from Chicago.
No.
And honestly, I forgot that it took place in Chicago.
Oh yeah.
For some reason,
Oh,
I was
yeah,
thinking
dude.
New York, like the Bronx or something.
Yeah,
it
no,
took
man.
place in
Midwest,
Chicago.
baby.
And
I'm from
then-
Illinois. I'm from outside of Chicago, so I felt at home as well.
I don't know what this means, but this is like my second note.
Yeah.
I just put yes.
Good. Okay, cool. So you're coming off hot off
Yeah.
that. I did like instantly the frozen car. They sprayed the Windex.
Frozen car, the
I was like,
Windex.
okay, Windex is back.
Yep.
Now I don't want the whole movie to be callbacks, but I want some callbacks.
It was fan service. It was opening up with a little
Now
fan
I will
service.
say this: the first time I watched it, I watched the first 30 minutes and then I rewatched it.
Okay.
Okay. Or 20 minutes. So I missed the Windex in the beginning. I must have looked away.
Oh.
So on the second row, I
Don't
wrote
look away.
great Windex callback. Now, the next thing I saw was the first character that got me excited, right? So, you know, you hear the narration, okay? The narration is good.
Mm-hmm.
She's back, okay? Tallulah, right? And they show like we're a close family, right? And they show they all live next door to each other, right? Every house is super Greek except for her house, right? It's a typical Chicago house. You know about that. So, anyways, they're going to the house, and then the first character that got me excited, Joey Fatona's back.
That's right.
Okay, because we have a history of this podcast with Joey Fatone and all of NSYNC.
In fact, I wrote a note and I
Yeah.
said, dude from that one band is on here.
Okay, good. So very undescript, but enough. Okay.
I was like, wait a minute, is it that one dude?
yeah, dude.
And Liv was like, Joey Fatone. I was like, Joey
yeah.
Fatone.
Yeah. So I see that gets me excited. Second person I see, John Stamos,
That's right.
Uncle Jesse, baby, and I go like, he is the face of Greek. I can't believe he's not in the first one. Like
Yeah.
that actually blew my mind. Seeing him in this, I go, that gets me excited. Why was he not in the first one? So John Stamos is in it.
Yeah, you're right. He wasn't in the first one, right?
He wasn't.
It wasn't.
No, yeah.
So it was a great addition.
That's what I'm saying.
You're adding to the
It
cast?
is the most Greek addition that you can add.
I'll say this. Liv made this point.
Yeah.
And it's a great point. One of the things that makes this movie great is that they had all the original cast from the first one.
Yeah, oh, yeah,
So
yeah.
No one like left to go do something.
Yeah. It really made it feel like this is a tight knit
Right.
family.
Right.
It made it real realistic.
Yep.
Right. And
Yep.
you can watch the first movie.
Yeah.
Which I want to do this now. I want
Right.
to watch the first movie.
Yep.
Right away. Put on the second
Yeah.
movie and just carry through.
Oh yeah. Now I will just add on to that. It's not like they were getting many offers, so it makes sense that they're in the sequel.
Yeah.
Okay. So John Stamos is there. I wrote this. The license plates say "Opa," and I wrote too much.
No.
That's not too much.
No.
I feel like that's jokes a little heavy-handed in the beginning.
But that's the point. The
Right.
family is heavy handed.
True. Now, can you? And we could look up Illinois state law. Can you get a license plate that only has 4 characters?
Ooh, that's a good
Opa,
question.
I think there's a limit.
That's a good question.
Now, I know there's a limit to how many, the maximum.
We
but
need
is
to
there a
look into
minimum?
that.
That's a side note. No, okay, so now they're in the car, and the grandpa's like, "You're getting too old. You need to get married, right?" And it's to the daughter.
You think it's to his daughter,
and it's to the granddaughter.
pan over the granddaughter's there.
And my notes were daughter seems annoying. She's right off the top, instantly annoying. Now, not like a teenage rebellious annoying. That this actress and the character she's portraying seems very annoying.
I thought it was on brand. That was good.
Good
counterpart to the mother.
I would say rewatch just the first scene one more time. It's a little. I'm thinking it's a little too annoying.
Okay.
Like the actual acting is a little annoying. And then my next note was, I wrote, did the main actress forget how to act? Because there's a bunch of duds right off the top. Some of her line delivery in that scene with the daughter and the
I think I saw it as she was reverting back to like an awkward girl.
She was an awkward woman. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about just that first scene where she's like, "Dad, you can't talk to her like." It's just some of the worst acting I've ever seen.
I thought she delivered great, but I gotta watch it again.
Okay. Now we cut to they're in. She's talking about how that she's a little overbearing for the daughter, right?
Yeah.
And she's there like with the volleyball, and then she gets hit in the head with the volleyball. I wrote, that's definitely too much.
That's a great
Her
beat.
getting hit. No,
I disagree.
Dude.
That's a great beat. That's where you got to take it, man.
Dude.
It's adding flavor.
We're 5 minutes in,
Yep.
and she's already getting hit in the head with a volleyball.
Got to do it.
That's a little too much.
It's setting a standard. Like, hey, this woman, like, we left her off for, like, happy ending, but guess what? Guess what? This is reality.
I value your opinion, but we're just going to have to agree to disagree on that.
All right.
Then the credits are still rolling during this whole time. I see produced by Rita Wilson and Tom Hanks.
Ooh.
Tom Hanks and his wife, Rita Wilson, they produced this movie.
They wanted this movie.
I don't know if they produced the first one, but Tom Hanks sunk money into the sequel.
He was like, this needs to happen.
Yeah. Now, maybe they did, I should have researched that. Maybe they did produce the first one, but either way, that's a super hot take. And then she gets, she's back at the restaurant, right? She's got to help out. And then she has to pull out the old glasses. And then that's where the switch happens. She reverts back to her nerdy self, right? She puts those. Yeah. That's symbolic.
First of all, grandkids on leashes. That was hilarious.
Yeah.
Opening scene,
for sure.
That was super funny. Mm-hmm. I wrote this: are Greeks basically Italian?
Okay, so that's what I wrote too. I wrote that, and actually in the next scene, I wrote, "Why are they acting like mobsters / Italians?"
Yeah, I was like,
yeah.
I was like, they're basically Greeks and Italians are basically the same thing.
Oh yeah, for sure, and they are very close.
They are very close.
Similar. Joey Fatone is Italian. Fatone.
That
He's
makes sense.
playing a Greek, which you could never do now, but he did it back then. I wrote that too. So where I feel like they become the most Italianish is at the college fair when they're like putting pressure on the principal.
Yep.
Here's a few notes about the college fair scene. One, Tommy seems rad. I wrote. That's the friend in the school that constantly shouts things out. Okay, I'm glad you watched the movie. Tommy.
No,
he was like the annoying kid that was like, "Why are you asking her out to prom?" Remember?
No.
Okay.
I don't remember Tommy.
All right. Well,
I guess he wasn't.
The people who love this movie, trust me, there's like 18 Tommy callbacks that I have. Okay, so
right.
Tommy seems rad.
Wait, can you just pull up a picture of Tommy?
It's gonna be Google. If Google has a picture of Tommy ready to go, this is gonna be shocking. I should have dropped you the movie because you could have scrubbed through. It's on my laptop.
If I see the face, I don't know who you're talking about.
But instantly Tommy shot something out, and I just thought this dude seems super rad, dude. Let's see if you can find him.
Tommy's in here.
No way. No, he's not gonna be there.
You gotta look up cast.
Okay. Well, while she's working on that, right in the college fair scene, we get our first reference to moussaka.
That's right.
I was waiting for that.
Would you rather have moussaka or baklava?
I'd rather have, between those two, baklava, but moussaka is pretty good too.
All right.
The real dish. So I thought, okay, cool, coming in hot. We got the Windex reference and we got moussaka.
That's right.
I was like, that's sick.
Some
I do
fan
feel
service.
like it was a little too early in the movie and it was a little heavy-handed. It was like, those are the girls that used to say moussaka. And I thought
here's
it could have
the
been
thing.
more subtle.
After that, I mean, they kept using those girls. Right.
Yeah.
Which I thought was great. It felt like an Adam Sandler movie.
Yeah.
I feel like those beats with the women was
Right.
very Adam Sandler-esque.
Yep.
But the whole Windex thing, I wrote down, I had a note.
Yeah.
More Windex. Once they did the Windex,
the joke could have been heavier with the Windex. I agree.
they bookended the movie. I don't know if you noticed this, but with the Windex.
Yeah.
They opened up, they showed the Windex.
Yep.
They had a little bit of it in the center of the
which I got a
movie.
note for that too.
Yep. And then they had it at the end when she went off to college.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And that was it.
Yeah.
That was all the
For
Windex.
sure,
I was
for
like,
sure.
I wanted more Windex.
No, and actually, I have a note for the end. We'll just jump to that real quick. I wrote Windex as a gift, missed opportunity, because I feel like they could have done more of that throughout the whole movie. That was a missed opportunity.
I saw it as a bookend, like they were trying to.
No. I'm agreeing with you.
Yeah.
I wrote that made me realize that they had all those missed opportunities throughout the whole movie to have more Windex.
You're right.
It was a great bit at the end.
Yeah.
Okay, so going back to the college fair, I did not appreciate the reference. The old man tells Tallulah's husband, "You only have girls because you're a vegetarian." And I thought that was messed up. I have girls.
I agree with
not
that.
A vegetarian. Okay,
But I was like, I just thought it was funny.
I thought it was. I as a girl dad, didn't appreciate the joke.
I don't think there's a bad thing about being a girl dad, though.
This is clearly a bit. I'm just doing a bit.
Okay.
I don't
I
really.
see.
I'm not really offended by that.
was
Okay.
trying to get into it, yeah.
Now I did write too that too much Botox.
Which one?
Everybody.
Everybody.
Everybody in that movie looks
Every actress.
wild, dude.
Yeah.
Everybody's puffy and tight and nothing moves. Now they have the bit of like pull my neck right?
back. Yeah, that's great.
It's great, but there's so much Botox in this movie. Nobody can make an expression. It's just like it's just big old plump lips moving, but nothing's
They're all
happening
stuck in the
above
same.
the nose. Yeah, everything's super tight. So too much Botox. And then I wrote grandma under table. I thought that was awesome.
That was a
Grandma
great scene.
Yeah, that was great. Now that sets a precedence for creepy grandma moments, and we'll get to them as we go.
How about the one with her dancing the street with the lingerie?
Oh yeah, I got that in here too. We'll get there.
Okay.
So because it is wild. So then I wrote acting like mobster / Italian.
They're Italian.
I thought that was. I'm glad we had that take too. I wasn't even sure if I was going to bring that up, but I'm glad you brought it up first. Okay, now we're back at the restaurant. Okay, after the college fair, and there's a line. I wonder if you guys heard this in the background.
Okay, go ahead.
You hear Joey Fatone and Tallulah's brother talking, and very faint in the background, you can say, "She's from Holland." And he goes, "Yeah." And he goes, "I don't speak Hollandaise." Now that joke made the cutting room floor.
Yeah.
And I think that's a little too much.
That's great.
That's
a great
I
line.
don't speak Hollandaise. Dude.
That's good.
I'm telling you. Okay.
By the way,
first one is subtle. This one
ramps it up.
We're about 20 minutes in, and it's getting
Yeah, it's ramping it up. I wrote this, going back to the neighbors. I just wrote this. That neighbor is crazy.
Which neighbor are we talking about?
The crazy white neighbor.
The one with the dog.
Yeah, the one with the dog.
I don't remember that.
You don't remember that?
No.
You don't remember
When
Tommy?
they're in the
I don't remember
car.
Tommy. You don't remember the neighbor?
Yeah.
When
No,
they're in the car and then she comes up and she's like yelling at the dog for barking at her.
Is this one of the Muscat ladies?
No,
She was-
different
Oh,
old
okay.
lady.
She was friends with her though. With them.
Different old lady.
Gotcha. Okay. No. Okay. But I agree. I feel like anybody who wasn't in his family, they portrayed as a bad person.
Yeah.
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 For sure.
But by the end, there was redemption.
Oh yeah.
There was a
for
character
sure,
arc by
for
the
sure.
end of it.
We'll get there.
Okay.
No,
All
no
right.
spoilers.
All right.
For a movie.
And I wrote
that's all.
this. I don't know what part of the movie this is, but I said I love a good running montage.
The whole family. When
Oh
they're
yeah, yeah.
outside.
No,
Oh,
we'll get there.
Okay,
Okay.
all right.
So, so we're back at the restaurant. I love how the dad obviously wants to do his DNA test, and the scene that I thought actually worked super funny was trying to teach him how to use a computer.
That was great.
That was a good bit.
That
I
was
thought
a great
the whole
bit.
thing was a great bit.
That was a masterpiece.
Dude, him moving the mouse was one of the funniest things I've seen in a movie in a
him
long time.
positioning his
That's what I'm
hand in the
saying,
mouse?
Yeah, and everything that went with that scene, I thought was
that was
like
great.
the editing and the timing was like perfect.
And that whole series set up the plot for the movie.
Oh yeah, for
Perfectly.
sure. Yep. Also, I literally wrote also Firefox. They're using Firefox,
Yeah.
which is that's a hot choice.
I didn't notice that.
That's a hot choice. And then I wrote John Stamos is too handsome for this movie.
Yeah.
Everybody looks like a cartoon character except for John Stamos. He looks too good for the movie. That's when they're back at the restaurant and he brings his son and they're like trying to marry off the 6-year-old son.
Yeah.
And I just was looking at this whole scene. I'm like, which by the way, his wife is Rita Wilson. His wife is played by Tom Hanks' actual wife. Tom
Ah,
Hanks'
gotcha.
wife, yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So, and she produced it.
Yeah.
Of course, she's gonna make herself married to John Stamos.
Yeah, you got to.
Tom Hanks, watch your back.
That's a move, though. You got to.
But yeah, and I just wrote Tom Hanks's, or excuse me, John Stamos' 2 answers for this movie.
Okay, I want to point this out because I forgot to say this. Going back to the scene where she put on the old glasses.
Yeah.
Right, and then, like set up her character.
Yeah.
Tell me this: when they walk into that restaurant to open it up, how are they walking into the restaurant closed? As soon as she walks into the restaurant, closes the door, turns the open sign up. How are they open?
The lights weren't even on yet.
Right.
None of the food is ready. Nobody started the oven.
Like you're gonna have mad customers in the morning. Maybe in the morning they serve like just baklava and coffee.
And coffee? I mean,
Maybe.
Maybe.
That would be the best version of that.
That's the best
but I agree.
explanation.
I actually, that slipped by me.
I thought that was
also, I don't know if you noticed, there was also cakes, uncovered cakes on the counter.
Yeah.
that
Just out the whole night?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just out.
I was like, come on, guys.
That's good. No, that's a good catch. That one slipped me.
Yeah.
Slipped by.
That
slipped
one-
past me? Slipped by me?
Slip by you? Yeah, that one did not slip by me. I was
Right.
like,
No, yeah. You're like, hey.
hey, what's going on?
What's
There?
happening here? Okay, so now he has to break, the old man, the grandpa has to break the news that his wedding's a sham.
Right.
Right? Now, this is where I go, my big fat Greek wedding too. Now it's starting to make sense, right?
Setting up the
So
wedding.
I wrote, it's a sham wedding. And then I wrote, why propose again? This is where the plot gets a little heavy for me, right? She thinks it's hilarious they're not married.
Yeah, she's laughing.
She's like, this is a great big joke. And out of nowhere, the blink of an eye, now
She
she's
turns.
so upset and mad at him for the rest of the movie. That was a little too sharp of a turn for me. I love the fact that she thought it was funny. I thought that was great. Then he's like, oh, let's just get married. He's like, I'm on the same page as you. This is ridiculous. I thought you were going to be mad. You're not mad. Let's just get married. Then she gets mad at that. So I wrote, why propose again? They should just go to the courthouse and just get married again right away.
I thought that was great because it's showing a depth to her character.
I just didn't like the flip-flop. It's funny
I do
until
agree.
it didn't go her way.
I do agree that the scene it is jarring.
Yeah.
Going from one beat to the next beat.
Yeah.
But it was the great motivator of the plot.
Right. They should have.
The whole idea of the wedding, the way he proposed originally.
Yeah.
She always regretted it.
Yeah. No,
she lived in regret.
That's what I think. That's great. So my perspective is, why propose again when you're taking it so easy? Like, but then she doesn't.
From the laughing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. She's like, this is hilarious. This is a great story, y'all. Like, everybody's in on it. This is amazing. I can't believe we've been living in sin, all this stuff. And then he's like,
She's
yeah,
like,
let's just get married. And she's like, I'm going to kill myself.
She's like, I'm a hippie.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying,
Great
dude.
line.
That's a great joke, dude.
Great
That's a
line.
great joke. So what should have probably taken place is everybody should have thought it was funny except her. Then she's offended.
You know what's funny
and then
about-
I wrote, not to cut you off, I wrote, jokes keep flopping. Because after that, once she gets mad, that scene has a lot of awkward jokes in it that just do not hit.
I thought they all hit great.
Dude, we're
I disagree. I love
just
this
I
movie.
opposing
love when
opinions.
Tallulah said, you're looking old. Like, you better get married. You're starting to look
Yeah,
old.
that's
Yeah,
a
that was
funny
great.
joke. That's a funny joke. There was the jokes around that to me just were not.
Okay, so here's a little
hard.
thing about me and Liv watched the movie together.
That's the problem. By the way,
Yeah.
you should have watched it by yourself.
Well, here's the thing.
I watched it by
Everything's
myself.
better when you watch it.
I watched it by myself with a critical, not a critical eye.
So you went in critical.
No. I take that back. With an eye to go, I'm not going to just have fun for fun's sake. If the movie's fun, I'll have fun. If it's not good, it's
So
not
you went
good.
in neutral thinking
100%.
I'm going to let the movie.
Yeah, on my
Build
own,
my
no one
perception.
laughing with me, no environment. I sat at a desk with a TV in front of me and my notepad. That was it.
Well, here's the thing.
I went in clean.
I think you're hitting a great point here. I think the way you watch a movie and who you watch a movie with does change the movie.
Except for I could watch the first one by myself on an airplane. I could watch it.
Well, not every movie's created equal.
That's what I'm saying. I'm comparing this. We're doing 2 to compare to 1.
Okay, I'm going to say this. I started watching the movie with Liv.
Yeah.
Right? Opening scene. And the whole time she was like, I thought we were both going in fresh. Like, I never watched the movie before. She never watched the movie before. Then, about 3 minutes in, she's like, oh, I think I remember this part. And I look over and I was like, what do you mean? And she's like, I think I've seen this movie before.
I watched the entire
Yeah.
movie, probably multiple
And
times.
she's like, no, I've definitely seen this movie. And as we're going further and further, by the time they're opening up the store,
Yeah.
she's like, I know exactly what happens to the parents.
That's sad.
And I was like, don't spoil it.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
trying to experience this movie for the first time.
So he did kind of experience it by
Gotcha.
himself because I had already seen it.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But I thought the movie was great.
No, okay. I do like that. So, okay. So now we got a lot more to talk about. So, we just find out, the whole family finds out, right? And now the mom's depressed. So Tallulah is obviously taking it upon herself to fix everyone's problems, which is her biggest flaw as a character. Now I wrote this down, and I got a picture to go with it. Let me say this picture. I just wrote, "Who folds socks like this?"
Ooh, I want to see this. Ah,
That's the worst way.
I've seen that before.
I'm a sock folding connoisseur. That's going to take up the most room.
Okay.
It's definitely going to come apart eventually just by shifting socks around. That is the strangest way to fold a sock, in my
Also,
opinion.
why are you placing the socks there? I know why they're placing the socks there.
Yeah.
It's to show the girl.
Oh,
That's the
yeah,
whole
yeah,
reason.
yeah. Plot-wise, yeah. And cinematography-wise, yes.
But it's not realistic.
But that is the worst way to possibly fold a sock. Okay, that was it. I just want to show that. And then they go on to then have a super awkward dinner date together, right?
Yeah.
So the dinner date is supposed to be like them refinding love again, right? And so there's just really awkward banter in the beginning. That's like movie banter, like it's not realistic banter. And then they're like, they were told, don't talk about, your daughter. And they
Paris.
instantly do, right. So then they start disagreeing, and it's kind of awkward, but you could tell that it's rekindling their relationship, right? So then they go home. They have the scene in the car where they're trying to make love in the car, and the whole
Great
family
scene.
comes out. And it's a great scene. That leads us to the grandma in the red dress dancing through the street. And I wrote, this is my note, grandma in red dress, art film. It looked like a weird student art film.
Yeah, you're right, dude.
Just her, there's none of a woman dancing in the street with a
it
red
felt
dress.
like that.
Yeah.
From that point on, from after the grandmother was found under the table,
Yeah.
the grandma just kept getting crazier
Yeah,
and crazier.
Now, I do remember that from the first movie. I just can't remember the level of crazy. That's why I got to go back and watch it.
Yeah,
She
you're
definitely does weird things in
I
the
think
front.
she was more crazy in the first one.
Well, we'll get to, there's a couple crazy things she
Ooh.
does in a second.
She's just more like conscious, I feel like, in this movie.
Okay, so
Yeah.
now I don't remember what the next scene is, but I just wrote John Stamos is only Uncle Jesse
Yeah,
because
that makes sense.
he's not great in this movie. He's a
And
pretty bad actor. In this
He does
movie.
feel like it's a cameo.
right.
He feels like he's just stepping in.
Yeah. He's playing himself, John
Yeah.
Stamos, because he's not very. And then I started thinking, I've seen John Stamos in other stuff, and he's not a good actor, but he's the perfect Uncle Jesse.
Yeah, you're right.
He's amazing. He's my favorite TV character. He's top 5 TV characters of all time for me, Uncle Jesse. He's terrible in everything else. He's only Uncle Jesse. Now we're at the part where Dad gets stuck in the tub. Okay. I'm going to take a wild guess and say you love this scene.
I love that scene.
I did.
That scene
I did.
was amazing.
Okay. I get why it's there.
Yeah.
I did love the scene. Dad
right.
stuck in the tub. I think it's just a weird thing to show. I get the plot is she still cares about him. That's the device of that scene.
Right, there's that device.
I think it could be done better. I do think that, again, I like a little more subtle. It was a little heavy-handed. I did like the joke about you got to cover him up with the towel, and he said, "I need a big
Dude.
towel." That's a good joke.
No, that was
That's
great.
a good joke.
Every bit was great. Like from them setting up being scared to even enter the room to the
Little-
point where
okay,
the point where they do
I
enter
get
the
it.
room and their eyes are closed.
I get it.
Come
A
on,
little heavy
man.
for me. Then I wrote during that scene. I wrote the aunt is saving this movie. The one who plays Joey Fatone's mom. She's the best
Yes,
part of the entire
she's
movie.
great.
She's my favorite part of the first movie. And when things don't work, when a scene is getting awkward, they give her something to say, and it just saves the scene completely for me.
She adds a lot
I
of
think she's-
flavor.
Yeah, I think she's amazing. And then, he's on the stretcher, and then he proposes to her, right, again. And then I just wrote, was that a better proposal? I don't know if that was a better proposal.
Well, the first
It was
one
like,
was
I was
like,
kind of like, I feel like I might die at the hospital. Will you just marry me? And she's like, yeah, I'll marry
but
you.
maybe that is better compared to I'm going to America. You coming or not?
Yeah, but she accepted that one. It's the middle one that she got super offended about.
What was the middle one?
The middle one was in the kitchen. This is where the plot. That's where the plot happens. She thinks it's funny.
Okay, I see what you're
And
saying.
then he's like, "Let's just get married. Let's just make it official." And that's when she gets upset. So this one, I think, out of all 3 proposals, I mean, it maybe is the best one out of all
Okay.
3, but it's pretty
Wait,
bad.
I was
proposal.
gonna say, I think she didn't seem excited to say yes. I think she said yes because she was just like, she realized like,
We need
I
each other.
do love him.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
need each other.
And here's the point, guys. I think there's another proposal in the movie. At the end, at the wedding when she runs away and she's in the back room and she looks out and he's looking all like grumped.
Oh yeah.
But then he looks at
When
her
he's
with his
super
eyes.
drunk. No, trust me. Oh yeah.
Dude, when their eyes connect at the end, that was the fourth proposal. All right, all right.
For people that have not seen the movie.
Okay, wait. Can we just say this? Spoiler alert.
Oh yeah.
If you haven't watched the movie yet,
for sure.
spoiler alert.
Okay, so Tula finally stands up for herself against the Muskakas, right? But then the daughter quickly comes in and just ruins her moment. She comes in and she's just like, Mom, you don't have to do. I'm like, no, you have to do this. That's your character. And the daughter quickly just stuffs that out. But then it actually works. And I wrote, the Karens have a change of heart.
Yeah.
But it's like she didn't get enough out. She starts talking, but she needs to actually like.
Because she needed to kill them with kindness.
No, she needs to just express, but she didn't. She didn't get to the kind part. She just was starting to berate them. The daughter was like, don't do it. And we're like, no, we needed her to stand up for herself. But it worked. They had to change her heart the next day.
It was a little clumsy.
Yeah.
That part. But I do think the way I see it is they started their eyes were open.
Right.
Like,
I just, as a viewer, I wanted a little bit more. I wanted her to let out a little bit more passion.
To lean in a little bit
To
more.
lean in a little bit more. And then.
Without the daughter trying to extinguish it.
The daughter, for many scenes of this movie, ruins it.
Killed the
Just
beat.
slightly ruins it for me. And then we go into the montage scene, which you're talking about.
Oh,
and
yeah.
and I wrote this down. There's a Greek version of White Wedding.
Yeah.
That's
That was a great
Billy
cover.
Idol White Wedding. Yeah.
That's what we should have listened to in the beginning.
That's true. Yeah.
We like to listen to.
I didn't like it at first when it came in as a Greek version of White Wedding,
But it hit
and then
hard.
as the montage went on, I thought that was great. And then the montage ends with the grandma. She's in a wedding dress in the window, and I wrote, "Grandma is starting to creep me out." I've been down the whole time under the table with the food.
The
I
wedding
get it.
dress got to.
The wedding dress because there's no purpose for that. Her in the red dress, she's trying to feel young again. I get that. Her standing as a mannequin in a dress in a window, that started to creep me out. It was too much for me. Now we're at the scene now where Tallulah is with her dad, and he's super sad because he can't afford the bigger wedding, right? And I believe that's the scene. And it's the scene where he talks about how his hip hurts.
Oh,
when he
yeah,
gets on the
baby.
tub, right?
That's right.
Yeah, we're going to have a different opinion on this. I wrote, Windex on the hip joke flops. And I just wrote, sad. I thought that could have
Dude.
been so much funnier.
It hit hard.
No, the concept's good. The actual rewatch that joke, it's clunky.
No, it
Dude,
hit hard. It was great.
Okay.
It was a great joke because it was absurd. It was absurd.
No, listen. The on script, perfect joke. It just was the timing. What I'm telling you, in my opinion, my humble opinion,
In your humble opinion.
not humble.
It's a clunky scene.
I giggled. They got to me. When I was watching, I was like, of course.
That's what I'm saying. I was like, oh, he's pulling out the Windex, but it was the actual delivery of it. In my opinion, that was weird.
All right.
And then
agree to disagree.
And then I wrote, oh no, we're only halfway through. Because we're only halfway through the movie at that point.
yeah.
Yeah.
Halfway point.
I thought you were gonna die laughing at that. All right, I'm like,
I think we're just offended.
I know. Okay, hey guys. By the way, you guys didn't make the movie, just so you guys know.
But
okay,
I'm a part of the movie now because I loved it.
and I did write. I need to try chocolate baklava with strawberries.
That does sound great.
Yeah, because
which, by the way, that was my favorite joke of the whole movie, where he was like trying to push her away.
Oh, yeah,
like
yeah.
he's all being moody. He's like,
Yeah.
I don't want anything, just leave me. And then she was like, I got baklava, and then he's just like thinking about it. He's like, no, and then she was like, chocolate, and then he's like, okay, give it to me.
Yeah.
And then he added the strawberries.
Right. No.
That was great.
Yeah, it was a good joke.
Good
But more than it being funny, it made me hungry at that point, and I never had chocolate baklava.
Me neither.
Next scene, Grandma speaks. The old lady speaks. I had no idea that this whole movie she's been silent.
Yeah.
She finally says something, and it's like one word, but I honestly thought she was a mute
Yeah.
or didn't speak English.
Yeah.
So Grandma speaks.
What did she say? I remember that. It was like something.
It was profound.
Profound.
But I don't
She was
remember.
asked her like, is that what you want? Kind of.
Yeah.
Oh, to the
that's
daughter.
Right. Yeah, that's right. But Grandma speaks. That's cool. Okay. Then Tallulah's getting stuff ready for the wedding. You know, she's planning whatever. The husband walks in and he goes, you need to stop fixing things. We need to fix us. And I just wrote, their relationship seems great right now. Everything seems great.
Yeah.
They had a great date. They're having fun. The daughter's staying home, right? All this stuff's great. And he's like, you know what, though? We need to fix us. Our relationship sucks. That comes out of left field. I don't like that. They should have kept implying that it was still rough. They're implying everything's great.
Yeah.
And then he's like, you know what? Our marriage is terrible. And she's even like, it is? I thought everything was fine. I think he was a jerk for that.
You know what's funny about the daughter? I had this thought. The whole time I was watching the movie, I was like, why don't they just show the daughter the first movie? Because then she would just be like in love with her mom.
Oh, like actually watch it. Like,
Just show your daughter the first movie.
Yeah.
What are you guys doing?
Interesting take.
Because that would really just wake her up.
You should
Like,
start a Reddit,
I shouldn't be a jerk
You
to
should
my
start a
mom.
Reddit thread for that, dude.
Yeah, I should.
Yeah.
You know what they
like,
should
why
have
did
did?
they just show her the documentary, My Big Fat Greek Wedding?
That's what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
Just show your daughter
Yeah.
what you guys have been through, how you guys met, and she'd be on board.
Yeah.
She wouldn't want to leave.
Right. So I think that's an interesting. You could do like a multiverse of that.
Yeah.
By the way, a multiverse of this would be good. By
That
the
would
way,
be great.
do we have to watch the TV show? Because there was a My Big Fat Greek.
There was
Wedding
a TV show?
Yeah.
No.
And
there
I think
wasn't.
it's multi-season. By the way, so okay.
Can you look that up real quick?
Yeah. So after the Fix Us conversation, they decide, okay, we're gonna start helping people. We're not gonna help the family as much. The entire family comes over, right?
Yeah.
They call the aunt over. Maybe she could walk us through this, right? They call the aunt over. There's a great line where they're like, she goes, "How did you know that we needed help for the wedding?" And then one woman says, "Telephone, telegram, telegreek."
That's
a
great.
great line.
That's
a great line. That's
And I like how when she first says that, they're all quiet and they're just like,
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
are you
yeah,
new
yeah.
to this family?
Well, okay, that's why I wrote this. Why is she surprised that they wouldn't want to be involved in the wedding?
Right.
They're involved in everything. But she's like, you guys want to help? But like, that's the concept of the movie.
Yeah.
Was that everything you do? That's why they
You
all
do everything
ran to
together.
the house.
The
Yeah.
movie opens up
Yeah.
with the father,
Yeah.
the old man,
Yeah.
chipping ice off of his car,
Right.
spraying it with
Yeah,
Windex,
yeah.
opening up, warming up the car,
Yeah.
driving,
Right.
stopping at each house
Yeah.
that's all next to each other.
Yep.
Clearly, this is a community family.
No, exactly. And so I thought that bit was a little strange of like,
Yeah.
you guys really want to help? And then they're like, then one's like, yeah, I know, yeah. There's
Wait a
TV
minute.
series based on the hit movie.
Wait a
My
minute.
Big Fat
Yeah.
Greek Life.
Yeah,
My big fat Greek life. Is
Everybody's
that a
there
different
except for the
husband?
Except for the husband. That's a different
And
husband.
who's the aunt?
Yeah, it's somebody different.
Different
for
aunt?
Sure. Yeah, for sure. Different aunt.
That means
yeah,
it's not gonna be
I don't-
that great.
Yeah, but I would be down to watch it for sure. I'll download it.
That's the next video.
I'll get a copy of it. No, but it's just strange. Joey Fatone's like, I know somebody who can get the suits. I know this. And then they all list what they can do. And then Tallulah goes, maybe we can divvy up and everybody can take care of something. Like that's
After that, yeah.
That's what this whole scene is absurd and doesn't need to take place. It literally can be solved with like they walk. The aunt's like, I'm here, and then everybody follows them behind, and they're like, are we doing the wedding? They're like, we're doing the wedding, and then hit a montage. That
know what it
scene
is?
is irrelevant.
This is the story beat. This is what this scene does, right? The whole time, the family rushing in together at the college
Yeah.
scene, right? The family carpooling together,
Yeah.
the family at the restaurant. The whole time, it seems like this is a clunky just mess.
Yeah.
My big fat
Yeah.
Greek family.
Yeah.
Right? It just
My
seems
Big Fat Greek Life.
My big fat Greek life, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yep.
It just seems like this is chaos.
Right.
Right. But at this moment,
Yeah.
when they all come together,
To be a well-oiled machine.
a well-oiled machine. It's showing, no, this
Yeah.
big fat Greek family,
Yeah.
we got something.
When it
We
comes
got
to
some
weddings,
tricks. When it comes to weddings,
We could be fat.
we can do this.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think that scene was a little like that scene's great in a typical movie where it's not implied that everybody always helps. This scene was just it wasn't needed.
Here's that's what I'm saying though.
Yeah.
I'm saying that what the scene is showing is that the whole movie there's a purpose to it. To the way the family is. To the
Right.
culture of the family.
Yeah.
The purpose of it is that, of course, obviously we're always here for each other.
Yeah.
And that's the message.
Right. But her being surprised, her whole life has been centered around like, we do everything together.
Yeah, that was a
Vacation,
little,
college
like-
fair. That's what I'm saying.
She seemed gullible.
The scene should have just been, it should have said this: telephone, telegram, telegreek, and then be like, we're ready to go.
We already
I
know
got
what to do.
suits, I got the food, and she's going like, I knew we could do it. Not like surprised. That's
Yeah,
why
yeah.
I thought was messed up. Okay, I wrote 55 minutes in. Where's Tommy? They set up Tommy as this awesome character. He hasn't been seen. A forgettable character, but a character. And then I wrote 56.
Maybe that's why though.
Yeah, and
they needed more time.
I wrote 56 minutes in. Tommy's back. I spoke too soon. Literally a minute
You
later.
did. You spoke too
Tommy's
soon.
back, and we're at the prom scene now, where this kid is going to ask this girl to go to prom, and her boyfriend's like, "You gonna ask my girlfriend?" He's like, "Oh, I didn't know it was your girlfriend." And we just, they just started dating, and he gets laughed at in front of the whole school. And then Tommy starts making some references, some jokes. I'm
That's
like,
Tommy.
Tommy's back. Yeah, Tommy's back. And then she asked him out to prom to like give him a good redemption
In this great
story.
moment where she was like, "This is my moment.
Yeah.
I need to step up, save the day for this guy that I'm crushing hard on."
Yep.
And he had no idea who she was.
Right.
And she just came out of nowhere, left field, just
Yep.
like, "You know what? Will you go to prom with
Yeah.
me?"
Then I thought she was a little too like, I saved his life to her parents in the next scene. There's a little too much. Like the guy was already embarrassed. Don't embarrass him to your family too. Like this guy was a total dweeb and I saved him. Right?
That's what she did though.
Yeah. It's just again.
He was a dweeb.
She just leads to the fact that she's very annoying.
Which,
Now,
by the way, when he showed up in the movie, this is the note I wrote. Dude from Jumanji's in it.
I thought about that
That's
too.
what I said.
Yep, I thought the same thing. Now the next scene, they're setting up for the reception of the wedding, right?
Yeah.
Of the parents. And the aunt goes, "Use your man muscles." I wrote, "Not woke?" Question mark. That's great.
Yeah, it's
you,
great.
Man, have bigger muscles.
Yep.
Somebody at least will say it.
That's a Greek family. That's
Oh,
a
yeah,
real family.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
You know what
That's
I'm
the
saying?
majority of families.
They understand the roles.
Listen, this ain't Twitter, okay?
The
This is
women are in the
real life.
kitchen.
Yeah,
They're cooking.
Yeah.
The guys
No.
are in the kitchen too, but they're
Oh,
helping
yeah.
out.
I wrote this in all caps with a bunch of exclamation points and question mark. And we're not going to dive into the subject, but I just wrote, Joey Fatone is gay.
That's right. Actually, yeah, I wrote that. I said, "Dude's gay."
Dude's gay. Joey Fatone is gay. I thought that was interesting.
So it's like the movie's not woke, but it is.
It is woke. Yeah, it definitely. That was the juxtaposition.
Okay.
Now, then they're in the hair. They're getting their hair done, though, right? This is my next note. The women are getting their hair done, getting their hair did, as some say.
Yeah.
And they're in there, and they said there's a Greek saying that my mother taught me, and that was, on your wedding night, pretend to faint, implying that just pretend to faint so they can get it over with. And I wrote, yikes.
Yeah.
In that moment, I wrote, that's you couldn't say that nowadays.
Yeah.
You can't say that nowadays.
What was
But
it?
hey, I'm glad they-
2016. The
Yeah.
movie.
Okay,
What year was the movie made?
I'm gonna come back. I got a note to go along with what you just said. So it's at the prom scene, okay, and then we'll come back a little bit. But we're at the prom scene, and she's dancing with the
Jumanji dude?
Yeah, Jumanji. And I'm listening to it, and I'm like, I recognize this song. I'm like, oh, it's John Legend, right?
Yeah.
So I was like, cool. And then I go like, wait, this isn't Ordinary People, his first song. I'm like, this is a newer song. And then my notes are, this came out in 2016. This whole time, is the first one came out in 2002. I assume this came out in 2005, 2006. It came out 14 years later.
Yeah.
I had literally no idea until I didn't put it together with the Jumanji kid.
Yeah.
I didn't realize until I heard the John Legend song. And they wrote, how is the grandma not dead?
Exactly.
14 years later, and she
Dude.
was alive?
Yeah. And in the first movie, she was ancient.
That's what I'm saying. So
That just shows the power of Greek blood.
Yeah, no,
Greek
no,
don't
for sure.
creak.
Oh, yeah. That's good.
Greek
That's
don't
good.
Greek.
Yeah, definitely. Greek don't creak. Is that what you said?
Yeah, but the way she said it was Greek don't Greek.
Oh, okay. I don't. Is that a reference? I didn't.
It was
I
like-
didn't
Yeah,
hear
she
that
said
thing.
that in the movie.
Greek ain't weak either. But
By the way, that's why there's so much Botox in the movie.
oh yeah, for sure.
That's
sure.
why.
It's 14 years later. I'm saying it all started to make
It
sense. Like,
started
oh, they all
clicking.
look great. They all
Yeah.
look great. That's why these notes are chronological. There's certain
Yeah.
things I comment on that later. I'm
Yeah.
like, it's a
and that's
revelation.
why Tom Hanks had to produce the movie.
Yeah.
Because nobody was making it.
No.
Nobody was
14
gonna
years
make the
later?
sequel.
No.
And Tom
he might
Hanks
have made
stepped in.
He might have made the first. Look up My Big Fat Greek Wedding, the first one. CEO produced that.
And I think Tom Hanks stepped in. He's like, no, we're going to make
Yeah.
this movie.
Oh yeah. Yep.
This needs to happen.
Okay, so then the old man's brother comes from Greece.
Which, by the way, this is the Bros and Brothers podcast.
Uh-huh.
And they had a great line where they were like brothers. And
Okay, so I wrote that. I was gonna get an energy drink, and I was gonna say to you, Max, my brother, because that was the line.
There we go. Right here.
How fitting is this, dude?
Yeah, right
to
here.
you, Max.
Try to show them the logo. There you go.
To you, Max, my brother.
To you, Nick, my brother.
Sick, dude.
Go.
Now we're like really in the movie. So, but I said this. I said the Greek brother seems terrible. Wait, they're getting along. He needs a better backstory because
Yeah, he
they
needs
kind of
a
imply
deeper
They
backstory.
kind of imply like once that he's gonna make fun of him, make fun of the grandpa because he's related to Alexander the Great. But there's not a lot. There's not enough.
You know what it is? They tried to do all of that at the meeting point. Right?
Yeah, exactly.
They set up all that
Yeah,
backstory
yeah,
right at the meeting
yeah.
point. They should have set that up in the beginning.
The opening scene should have been. This is what it should have been. It should have been the grandpa and the grandma young. He proposing to her, saying, "Let's move to America," and the brother being upset and talking bad about him.
That would have been great.
That should have been opening scene. Then it fast forwards 80 years, whatever it's been.
Then we do what we actually did.
Yeah, boom. You spray
Chicago,
Windex on. Yeah,
yeah.
dude. It should have started in the old country and set up that backstory. So when the brother shows up, you go, ooh, they don't really speak anymore since the day he moved to America.
That's right.
And because he hated, and it sets up the grandma being mad about the proposal.
I
about
agree
coming
with
to
you.
America.
That would have been great.
So I thought there's not enough backstory there. Now let's go back to prom, right? Prom night.
Which, by the way, how are you going to go to prom when your grandmother and grandfather are getting married?
Yes,
Wouldn't you just skip prom?
Yeah, I said skip prom,
I don't know. It's not a real wedding.
but it's fun.
Prom is like to girls. Prom. You didn't go to high school, and I didn't really go to high school, but I went to honors prom. Prom's a big. That's like big. It's like prom wedding day,
It
like
didn't look as
your
fun.
wedding day. No, it was a whack prom, but
Yeah.
Now she comes down the stairs in a wedding dress.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay, that was strange.
It was a straight up wedding
so
dress.
I wrote wedding dress, symbolic. And then my next note is, wait, he's Greek? How did I not see this coming? Her boyfriend,
Definitely.
he's
I
Greek.
knew.
How did I not I didn't
Yeah.
automatically, I should have, the whole time, they're like, you need to find a Greek man. She acts an olive skinned guy out. And the whole time I'm like, duh, he's probably white. Like, I don't
Yeah,
even
yeah.
think about him being Greek.
He's definitely
I
Greek.
felt so mad about that. And then my next note is white dads are chill.
Oh, yeah.
Because when Tallulah's husband is like, Dad, you ever need to talk about anything? He's like, what am I, a woman? Like,
Yeah.
like, I never need, no.
But
I
then he
don't
was
need
like, yeah,
anything.
sure, son.
Yeah, sure. Like, just stop talking to me.
Yeah.
Let's just go away. I've never asked you for help. I'm never going to. I'm your father.
Yeah.
I wrote, white dads are chill. Okay. We're getting close to the end. The grandma got her hair did.
Dude, grandma comes out,
I wrote-
hair done.
Yeah, I just wrote, grandma is killing it.
Straight
She looks
killing it.
great,
She
dude.
looked
She
amazing.
looks great.
Yeah, she looked great.
Now, I don't love the hairstyle, but it's a hairstyle.
It was a grandma. It
joke
was an ancient
I didn't
grandma
even know,
style.
I didn't even know she had hair. Great joke. That's a
was
great
great.
joke. Because
Yeah.
none of us do.
Yeah.
He's saying he's the audience perspective at that
She
moment.
went from nun to Golden Girls.
Oh yeah, dude, for sure. Dad is drunk. Mom dipped. So the dad, the grandpa is he's drunk at the wedding. She
Sloppy.
runs off instantly, right? I thought, okay, this is a good plot point. And in my head, I was thinking, did the brother? Is he trying to sabotage the wedding, or is he just so happy to be reconnected that they just happen to get drunk?
Yeah.
That I'm not sure about, and the movie's not very clear on that.
But you know what? In the first movie, they had that scene where they were all getting drunk.
Right.
And they made it seem like that's their culture.
Sure.
Like they're always drinking hard liquor.
Sure.
And
It's very racist of the movie. Tom Hanks needs to take responsibility for that.
but they didn't really play into that
Right.
within this movie.
Right.
Right?
Yep.
But until the brother came through,
Right. Exactly.
they had the shots ready and stuff.
Right. Okay, so now she's in the back. She's like in the usher's closet of the ceremony there, and now she's starting to contemplate marriage as a whole. She's
Yeah.
like, why do women get married? Da, da, da. I thought, okay, hot take, but I like it. Then I made a note. I need to see a family tree. I don't understand who belongs to who. There's so
Okay.
many people. Whose brothers, whose sisters, whose nieces, nephews. So I'm hoping that I'm gonna do some Googling.
Sure.
I should have printed it out. I need it because somebody comes in and was like, so and so said this. I'm like, how are you related to that person? So
They basically
I definitely
come
wanna see that.
from the main mom,
Yeah.
mom in the movie, and then the aunt.
Right.
They branch off from there.
Right. I need to know who's who,
Sure.
who's married, who's blood, who's married in, who's
Yeah.
brother and sister or husband and wife. Is not the family tree is not very clear.
Gotcha.
At least in part 2, and I don't remember the first one. Then I
Yeah,
said,
the first one does set that up.
yeah, the Greek uncle saved the wedding. He comes in and he does that amazing speech, and then he completely saves the entire wedding. He's like,
Yeah.
"You love him," and da da da. He's you guys are inseparable. You snore. He loves that, and the uncle, the Greek uncle saves the wedding. Another note I wrote is I want to spit on a bride.
Ah, dude, the spitting part.
Yeah.
Great.
That I was like, that got
Great
me
bit.
stoked. I'm like, I need to meet a Greek so I can spit on her wedding day. I thought that was really cool. Then I wrote the prom dress was symbolic because you had the weird secret wedding happening. So you have the grandma and grandpa are having a wedding. Then you got Tallulah and her husband having a wedding. Then you got the prom, which is a symbol of a wedding, and then
First
all
dance.
three kiss at the same time.
A
And I
trinity of kisses.
Yeah, and I thought, the wedding dress was symbolic. And so there was a couple weddings happening at the same time. My next note is this. How expensive was that reception?
Yeah, that
They
was
had
big.
full light shows.
Big time.
They had like tents. They had catering. But the whole concept was they don't have enough money to throw this wedding. Did it all just go to the reception and then they just didn't have enough money for a church? And like return a couple lights and get the guys suits that fit them.
Right.
I thought that was a weird take. I get it for the movie. You want to end with a big party.
I think the suits were like they're squeezing everything they could so that they could have the big reception.
Yeah, but that was after they realized they didn't have enough money.
Right.
So I think that was irresponsible that they started paying for the DJ first and not the venue.
Which, by the way, when the grandmother walked in and she
Yeah.
was like, "The wedding planner fired me."
That
was great.
Yeah.
Great bit.
I think it would have been super funny if the reception was super jank. Like they were hand painting stuff.
Yeah.
I like that aspect of it, but it should have been like a cheap band. It should have been like not that much
man.
food.
It's
Anything of it.
of my big fat Greek wedding. The
I
whole
get that.
thing is about the big wedding.
But it's not my big fat Greek reception. That's where I draw the line. It should have been a big fat Greek wedding.
So you think that the reception and the wedding are separate?
I think that. Well, I think that I just think that they were irresponsible, and
Definitely.
they were like throw all the money into the reception.
Yeah.
And like, guys, this isn't your first rodeo. It's your second wedding. You guys are very old.
They were all married. So
That's
they've
what I'm
had
saying.
many
Yeah.
of those big fat
And
Greek
it was like they
weddings.
spent all the money on a reception, and they spent literally $0 on the wedding.
Yeah.
Like $0 on the
Yeah.
wedding. I didn't love that. I thought that she faked his ancestry, told him that, right?
Yeah.
Which I was so stoked at first. I'm like, he
Yeah,
is related.
he did it.
I
And
thought
then
it
it
was,
was a
a
lie.
cute twist that she made it up. I thought it
Sure.
was interesting. But then I wrote, is that a crime? I don't think that is a crime.
No.
But she did open up his mail, which is a
Right.
crime. Because she doesn't live at that address. That's a crime. And then she proceeded to then create fake mail from an ancestry website on behalf of them.
So my big fat Greek wedding too ends in
jail?
fraud.
Yeah, dude. Well, actually, that could have been the third one. Her in jail.
Dude.
But then they all have to go. They all go to jail with her because they're all family.
And then there's a jail wedding.
Dude, yes, dude, for
That'd be
sure.
great.
No, I did think about that. I was like, oh, that was nice that she did that for her dad. But then I'm like, but wait, then she's lying to everyone else in the family at the
Yeah,
same time.
that's right. Because everybody's like, "Hey, we're all related to Alexander the Great."
Which I thought that was a weird take too, because there's no way everybody there is related to Alexander the Great.
Well, they all come from him.
Not the wives, not. You know
Well,
what
it was
I'm
his
saying?
son that said it.
It was his son that said it, but he goes, we can't all be.
Listen, we're all one family, you know. We're
You know,
all related.
because
Yeah.
because her side of the family isn't, and all the aunts are from her side of the family. So all the cousins are from her side of the
At
family.
least it's not confirmed.
No, that's her sister. That's the family. That is part of the family tree. I understand.
Yeah.
That the sisters. So only Tallulah and the guy who shot at that would have been related to Alexander
Yeah.
the Great. So
His
that's what I
sons,
thought.
or his children.
Right. So I thought that was a hot take.
Yeah.
He's like, we're all related, and all the aunts and uncles like, yeah. I'm like, no, not you though.
Yeah.
You're.
But what I'm
related
saying
to
is
them.
that the lineage of Alexander the Great, like most likely most Greeks are,
except for him,
except for him.
because it actually was on his paperwork that he wasn't related to Alexander the Great.
Did it say that though, or did it just not have any information? About
I
that?
mean, I think it's implied that the test came back and then she had to fake it.
Yeah,
So that'd be weird.
because I think from my point of view, the test came through, and then they just didn't say anything
I
about
don't think so.
Alexander. the Great.
I think it was like she was like, oh boy, he's not related to. Well, if it said if it didn't say that he was, it's implying that he's not.
Exactly.
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
there's no proof. Like it doesn't prove that he is, because it's not going to say anything about Alexander the Great.
Right, exactly.
Right.
Which is what he was looking for. Yep.
Yeah.
So she had to fake it. But regardless, I should say.
Yeah.
him shouting, "We're all related." No, about 4 people in this reception.
Yeah.
Would be because of you.
And you're not.
And he's not. So it was wrong to end with. And then last but not least, I thought that when she goes to college and they all meet her, you know, they're all in the room. I thought it was a funny joke. Like, are they staying? Right? It cuts to, and it's just a silent family
They're all
smiling,
quiet.
right?
Just like.
And then they're like, okay, we're going to leave. We're going to leave. I think the biggest travesty was they needed one more grandma joke in the dorm room. The grandma needed to be somewhere in the dorm room, and then so they all leave.
They should have all left, and then they close the door. She's
behind the
Behind
door.
the
That's what I was
door.
thinking. Behind the door, or like they're like, "Whew, that was nice." She lays in bed, and then she's just laying next to her in bed or something like that.
Yeah.
Something like that. I was like, that is the biggest.
Or this is what
travesty
they
of the
do.
movie.
The family leaves. They all walk out, right?
Yeah.
They close the door. Then we watch we watch her interact with her roommate for
Yeah.
another 20 minutes.
Yeah.
For another 20 minutes, they're interacting with each other, getting ready for sleep. They're setting up their beds. They're talking about their majors and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Then they turn off the
Yeah.
lights because it's nighttime. Now.
Right.
Then as soon as the roommate
Yeah.
gets into bed,
Yeah.
she rolls over.
Yeah.
Boom, grandma's there.
That'd
Movie ends.
Right. That'd be great. I don't know how many people would stick around for that whole thing, but if they did, it'd be a big payoff.
Make it a director's cut.
Oh yeah. Look up this. We're wrapping up here. Look up Rotten. Go to Rotten Tomatoes. Look up the first one and then look up the second one. I want to see, and then we're gonna give our maybe like our best out of 10 or maybe 100. We'll do like our Rotten Tomatoes score.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
But I want to see what the general consensus is. You can just go to RottenTomatoes.com and
I know what I'm going to give the movie.
Okay, so let's see. I want to see what the first one is scored. Okay, it's certified fresh.
This is the first one?
The first one. Yeah, the first one's a masterpiece. I haven't
76%.
Yeah, I haven't. Listen, I haven't stated it enough in this episode. The first one is an absolutely perfection movie. It's perfect.
I agree.
I would say the first one I'm giving 100%.
It's a movie of movies.
Yeah, 100%.
Easy 100%.
So the audience gave it a 73. That's strong.
That's shocking.
That's strong.
That's shocking.
That's strong.
To me. I thought that was the TV show.
No. That's that. I would love to see a TV show. Go to my big fat Greek wedding too.
Okay, here we go.
I gave you a heads up. All right.
It's right here.
Okay. So they give it a 27, and the audience
53.
Yeah. So I'm gonna say this. And this might give it away for me. I'm shocked that it was high as a 53 from the audience.
Really?
Yeah. Dude.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm shocked. It's a
That's
53.
where you are.
dude. I thought I'm gonna give it. This is my score.
I should have wrote down my score.
No. I believe. Listen, you're gonna tell the truth.
Yeah, I'm telling the truth.
I believe you. You're not gonna over exaggerate. I'm gonna give it a 33.
Wow. Really?
Personal score.
A 33?
Yeah, 33. I'm still higher than the critics. Critics are giving it a 27.
Even after all the grandma beats?
Yeah.
Wow.
33, dude. Overall, from beginning to end, that'd be the score I get. And I give the first one 100.
Okay.
100%.
Liv, I want to hear what your percentage is.
On both?
Yeah, on both.
First one, 100. Second one, an 83.
Yikes, dude.
Dude,
Yikes.
89.
Oh my God.
That's my percentage.
Dude, I don't even know if you want to release
For
that.
the second movie.
It's so good.
Guys, this is the perfect sequel movie.
It's Nick. There's so many bad sequels. This is a good.
This is a good sequel.
Yeah, but you had like Empire Strikes Back is a great sequel.
That's different.
Aliens.
That's different.
Great sequel.
By the way, this needs to be a trilogy. I need to see number 3.
If the second one did good, they probably would have made a third.
I want to
is my
see the
opinion.
daughter get married.
I think it would have been perfect to leave it at the first movie. Just leave it there. That's a perfect ending.
This is it. The first movie was a perfect movie.
Yeah.
And it's so hard. It's the hardest thing in the world to make a great second movie off of a movie that is perfect.
I take that into consideration. I was trying to view it as a standalone movie.
And I think this as a sequel is the perfect sequel. That's why it's not 100%.
I got you.
Because it's not
I got you.
as a standalone movie.
Yeah.
You shouldn't just watch it as a standalone movie.
Yes, but every movie you should go. Okay, you should go this. That I judge it on both. I always judge a movie on how good is it. Like I love Matrix 4. People hate that movie.
I love Matrix 4 too.
I love Matrix 4, and I love it in context and out of context. I think it's a well-made movie.
Yes.
And I think in context, that's where people hate it the most is in context. I think it's a great fourth film. So in context, yes, there's good callbacks. I think there could have been better callbacks. I think and then the quality of the first movie is so good, it lets me down the second movie. Then that's if I compare it, or not compare it, but put it in context. Out of context on its own, if I'm just watching it for pacing, editing, jokes, landed, all that stuff,
What
that's where it
about-
gets at 33.
Let me ask you this. What about the cop scene? Because you didn't say anything about the cops.
Which one? That's the one where they're
Every
they put
time the
in
cops run scene.
Oh yeah, I don't love the cops.
Dude, when the cops were trying to get him to the wedding, they forgot the limos, and now they're all rushing through.
I
And then you
think
get the
that's
three
a-
different perspectives,
No, right. Okay, I just see that as cop cars.
right?
I don't see it as. I thought there was like hilarity between a bunch of cops.
But there was. I mean, at least I wrote this down in my notes.
Yeah.
This is what I said in my notes. I said, dude, cops?
Yeah,
I don't remember
No,
exactly what I was talking
think
about, but I remember the cops were getting to me.
The cop had a couple funny jokes, then he had a couple stinker jokes.
And the friends, the
He
other
said-
cop
remember they're
colleagues
like,
came
"Can you
through.
tase her?" And he was like, "You only do
Yeah.
it once per family member."
That was great.
That's not a great joke.
That was a great joke.
Because I don't think because that's not a real. I like when comedy comes from a real place. That's such a strange rule to have.
He was like, this is what he said. He said, you know my rule. Once for a family member.
Yeah.
That was great.
I don't
Once for a
love it.
family
I don't love
member.
it. I don't love it. Listen, that's fine. We don't have to love the same movies, okay?
Okay, my Big Fat Greek Wedding.
What other movies are 89% to you, by the way?
Lots.
Like,
That's a hard question. I don't know. I don't usually rate movies like that.
because I just want to know the scale.
Okay.
How about this? What are like one or two movies that are 100% for you?
How to Train a Dragon.
Okay. I like How to Train Your Dragon. It's not 100%, but I do like okay, I agree with that. It's up there.
How to Train a Dragon 2.
Okay, that's where we diverge slightly.
Set, like 80%. How to Train a Dragon 3.
No, I will say this: all How to Train Your Dragons, I do like.
They're great
I do like.
movies.
They're great movies. They're great
Yeah,
movies.
they're great movies.
I just want to know the barometer of 100%.
Iron Giant,
So
95%.
big into animation.
Yeah, I know, but I'm stuck in animation.
Yeah, no, it's all good. No, it's all good. It's
okay,
fine.
Billy Madison. Because
Yeah.
here's the thing. I'm comparing. The second movie felt like an Adam Sandler movie.
That's
to me.
great, but not done as well as Adam Sandler.
Nowhere near as well, but
And-
it had some beats to me that were like.
and that
Adam
would be
Sandler.
like, it just doesn't match the first movie. So in context, it doesn't match, and out of
Yeah.
context, it's not as good.
Yeah, I
That's
agree
why
with that.
you're at 33%.
I agree with
we
that.
just enjoyed ourselves. We giggled.
I had a good
laughed.
time. We're cracking
We were
up the whole
happy.
time.
That's fine.
You know what it is?
No hate.
That's what got me to 89%. Is I watched it with Liv, and we're bouncing off each other.
Yeah, okay.
The energy was bouncing off.
Okay. All
These
right.
So-
are funnier. There's sometimes where I
It-
don't recommend things to people because I'm like, you got to watch it with someone who's gonna.
It
enjoy
might be a different type of movie if
Yeah.
I watched it by myself.
probably.
33%. That's all I'm gonna say.
That's a lot.
But that's
Big
shocking
jump.
to me. That's jarring.
I'm gonna say it's 33%.
I literally leaned over to Max and I
on
said,
mixed tomatoes.
I'm telling Nick, I like this just as much as the
Yeah,
first
that's
one.
fine. Well, listen, we've gone 40 minutes over
Yeah.
on our deep dive on. This is great.
This
We're
is
gonna-
great, man.
We'll do this more
we
often.
need to do more movies.
Oh yeah, and I think what we'll do is we'll make it not part of the weekly episodes. We'll do separate
Sure.
episodes on different movies we like, just to make
And
it. Its
I like
own-
the idea of prompting people to watch it with
Yeah,
us.
yeah,
Because
yeah.
I want to hear your guys' comments. If you guys stuck through this,
Yeah.
all the way through this, and you were into it, I want to hear what you
we
guys.
do have. Kaylee commented last week. Kaylee's she comments on YouTube a lot. She said that she prefers 2 to 1. She
Yeah.
thinks.
That's a great take.
That's super hot.
That's a
take.
great
That was
take.
before I watched it. I judge her sensibilities a little different. That's different. But anyways, listen, let's wrap it up. It was a great episode. We can agree to disagree. Hey, maybe on the next movie we'll either really disagree or maybe we'll have the same opinion on the
Yeah,
next movie.
who
It just
knows?
depends on the movie.
I like
But
it.
it was a good episode.
Forget about it.
My Big Fat,
Fat
Greek,
Greek
episode. Podcast. My Big Fat Greek podcast.
I like
Yeah,
that,
that's it, dude.
too.
Oh, we'll watch the show. We got to watch the show.
We gotta watch
We'll
the
give our
show.
opinion on that. So, okay. Peace.